How are things? This is teacher Atheer AlBzour from Al-Jinan International Schools. In this meeting, we're going to talk about three structures that we use in our speech. As you can see, we have make, let, and be allowed to. Let's start with the first structure, and that is make. So we use make to talk about the obligation and to force somebody to do something. That means to say what a person obliges another person to do. You have to know that the past tense of make is made. So, and this is structure about make, we use make if someone obliges another person to do something بمعنى أن يلزم شخص آخر القيام بشيء معين. Let's look at the form of the construction of make. We have make plus the object plus the verb, and this verb must be without two infinitive verb. So again, the construction or the form is make plus the object plus the infinitive verb. Let's take one example. Number one, she makes me study a lot, and that means she obliges me to study a lot. So if you look at the first sentence, you can see make, and make is followed by the object, which is me, and me is followed by the infinitive verb, which is study. So we have make me study, make plus the object plus the infinitive verb. Number two, I know how to make you feel better. So I know how to make you feel better. That we have make plus the object, which is you, plus the verb, which is feel, and it's an infinitive verb. Take a look at number three. The new teacher never made us do homeworks. So we have made, which is the past tense of make, plus the object, which is us, plus the infinitive verb, which is do. So if someone obliges or forces بمعنى يجبر على, if someone obliges or forces someone to do something, we use make, and the construction is make plus the object plus the verb. So make somebody do something. Make somebody do something without to. Make somebody do something. Let's move to the next construction that we have, that is let. So we use let to give someone the permission to do something. So we use let to give someone to do the permission to do something. The permission means الإذن القيام بشيء معين. The form or the construction of let is let plus the object plus the verb, and this verb is without to. That means that is infinitive verb, أي بمعنى فعل مجرد. Examples. Number one, we have I will let you go out tonight. So I will let you go out tonight. That means I will give you the permission to go out tonight. I will give you the permission to go out tonight. So we use let. In this example, we use let plus the object, which is you. So we use let here, plus the object, which is you, plus the verb, infinitive verb, which is go. Look at example number two. We have they won't let their children make their own decisions. So we have let here, we have let, and plus we have let plus the object, which is their children, and their children is followed by the infinitive verb, which is make. So you have to know that the past tense of let is let. So the past tense of let is let. So the rule says that if we have the permission for somebody to do something, we use let, and the construction is let plus the object plus the infinitive verb بمعنى السماح للشخص معين القيام بشيء معين. Number three, the third structure is be allowed to. We use allow to say what you can or can't do. So use allow to say what you can or you can't do. Now let's move to the form and construction of allow to, and in this time we will use allow to in the passive voice. So we will use be plus allow plus to plus the verb. Be could be is, are, or am in the present tense, or was or were in the past tense. So be could be ممكن من الممكن أنها تكون is أو are أو am in the present tense بالpresent بالفعل المضارع، was or were in the past tense بالتصريف الماضي للفعل. plus allowed plus 2. So plus allowed plus 2 plus the verb. Let's take one example. Here we have, we aren't allowed to smoke in the office. That means that we can't smoke in the office. So here we use are not here in the present tense, allowed, and plus 2 plus the verb smoke. Let's look at the example number 2. We were allowed to smoke in the office. We were allowed to smoke in the office. This sentence is in the past tense because here we use we were. We were allowed to smoke in the office. We use were because the sentence is in the past tense, and allowed to in the past tense will be was or were allowed to plus the verb. So you have to know that the past tense of is, are, or am allowed to is was or were allowed to. So the rule says that if someone gives you the permission or the possibility to do something, we use allowed to, and the construction is be plus allowed plus to. And be could be is, could be are, could be am in the present tense, could be was or were in the past tense. If you get the idea, please look at this exercise. This exercise says that you have to choose the correct answer. Look at sentence number 1. Her parents aren't very strict. She is allowed out as late as she wants. So in this sentence we have the structure allowed to. We have is اللي هي البي استخدمنا فيها is اللي هي فعل من أفعال البي. الحقنا is be allowed حسب ما أخذنا في القاعدة إنه the rule says allowed to be plus allowed plus to plus the verb. So we have choices: stay, to stay, or stay to. Yes, so she is allowed to stay. So the correct answer is number 2. Why? Because the rule says that allowed is followed by to plus the verb. لازم تكون allowed تلحق ب to plus the infinitive verb. So the correct answer is number 2. Now let's move to number 2. The bank robber made on the floor. We have made, which is the past tense of make. The multiple choices are lie, to lie, the customer lie, and the customer. You have to choose one of them. Made. So the structure is made. The rule says that made is followed by object, and the object is followed by infinitive verb without to. So we can't say to lie. We can't say lie because there is no object. We can't say the customer because there is no verb. So the correct answer is number 3, the customer lie. لأن القاعدة تحكي لنا لازم نحط make or made plus the object اللي هو الكاستمر هون plus the infinitive verb which is lie اللي هو lie. So the correct answer is number 3. Let's move to sentence number 3. Jane's boss let the office phone. So Jane's boss let the office phone. This sentence we use the structure of let. You have choices: use, to use, using, her use, her to. The rule says that if we have let is followed, must be followed. Let is must be followed by an object. The object is must followed by an infinitive verb. So the correct answer is her use. Her use, number 4. Why? Because we have let. Then we have the object which is here, then we have the verb which is use. القاعدة تحكي لنا في أننا نحط let، بعد let لازم يجي عنا الobject اللي هو here، بعد here لازم يجي عنا الverb which is use. So the correct answer is number 4. Let's move to sentence number 4. She made for the damage. So she made for the damage. We have pay, John pay, to pay, or John. The structure here is made, and the rule says that made is followed by an object, and the object is followed by an infinitive verb. So we can't say pay because there is no object. We can't say to pay because there is no object. Also, we can't say John because there is no verb. So the correct answer is number 2, John pay. So she made John pay for the damage. The correct answer is number 2 because the structure is John made. Let's move to the next sentence. My mother go to the park. We have 4 choices. Let me, letted me, to, let, or let. The structure here is let, and the rule says that let is followed by an object, and the object is followed by infinitive verb. So letted, we can't say letted because the past tense of let is let. We can't say to let because there is no object. We can say let. So the correct answer is number 1, let me, because the structure is let me go. let plus the object plus go. الشكل الصحيح للفعل باستخدام let هو let plus the object اللي هو me هنا plus the verb which is go. Now let's move to the next one. We so much noise. The choices are allowed to make, aren't allowed to make, allowed make, or are allow. We can say allowed to make لأنه ما في عندنا الauxiliary verb اللي هو be is or are أو am أو was aware. We can say allowed make لازم يكون في عندنا to before the verb. We can say are allow لأنه في عنا لازم يكون في عنا to. So the correct answer is number 2, aren't allowed to make, because we have are اللي هي ال be plus allowed plus to plus the verb. Now let's move to the last one. Let's move to the last sentence. My father his car. The choices are made me to wash, made me washing, made me wash, or made wash. The correct answer is we have طبعا the structure here is make, and the rule says that make is followed by the object, and the object is followed by infinitive verb without to. So we can say made me to wash. We can say made me washing because we can't use the ing structure. We can say made wash because there is no object. So the correct answer is number 3, made me wash. لأنه إحنا بنستخدم make بعديها بنحط الobject which is me اللي هي me هون plus the verb wash without to. This is all that we have today. اليوم كان درسنا عن let, make and allow to. بتمنى تكونوا فهمتوا علي منيح. طلاب صف التاسع اعملوا تشيك على النور سبيس لأنه في عنا ورقة عمل عشان نتأكدوا إنه فهمتوا درس اليوم. يعطيكم العافية.